Well, I certainly hope that your wallets are ready for the month of September as we step out of the summer months and into that autumnal season. We're looking at a lot of big releases here for this month, a wealth of them. So let's take a look at September. What's out, what I'm interested in, what I'm not going to get, the reasons why, etc, etc. Let's do it. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome to my look ahead. My look ahead at what is out in September for us. Yes, we're at September. Wow, the year is at a close almost. We are coming into autumn as of the latter part of this coming month. With Christmas just on the horizon. It's come around quick. Tempus fugit, as the Romans would say. Anyway, so what do we have out? What do we have out this month? What is in store for us? What wealth of re-releases are there? Because let's be honest, that's what most of these things are nowadays. They're just re-releases, people making money off of the same old films. But let's take a look. Okay, so first up is September the 4th. September the 4th, the first release day, the first release Monday of the month. And what do we have? So there's quite a few. There's quite a few biggies in this particular week. So first of all, from Film Vault. Yes, from Film Vault. At £50 a shot these are. We have the next two releases. This is release 5 and 6. Obviously, Film Vault a while ago, 6 months or however long ago it was, released 4 releases, including Blade Runner, 1917, and there was a couple more as well that elude my thought process at this time. But here we are, and we're being treated to two fantastic films actually. Jaws. Yes, Jaws, Steven Spielberg's masterpiece, my favourite film of all time. So thusly, it is one that I am getting. But it is £50, £49.99. It's a hefty price tag. And when you include the fact that the second one, The Shawshank Redemption, comes with it, that's £100 straight away there out of your pockets. That's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. Now, both of these are special edition releases in super-sized boxes. I can show you. They are like that. They are like that. When you consider a regular film is like that, this is how big those are. And they do come with a wealth of extras inside, including this sort of crystal plastic looking thing with some etchings into it. From Film Vault. So have your money ready. Then also we get the release of Sisu. Now this was a great film, and obviously we are getting a standard Blu-ray, a 4K and a DVD. But this is a film set during World War II. Obviously it's not a true story, but it's about, well, it's almost akin to a sort of Grindhouse kind of a World War II movie. It's uber violent. It's very good. Not much talking in it. It's more visceral, shall we say. It's more visual, a visual treat. But it's a very good, fun movie. Well worth your time picking it up. And then we get Mad Max the Road Warrior, Mad Max 2 on the Cine E-First edition from HMV. Again, one with a lot of extras therein. And this is quite a high price point for this one as well. I won't be picking this one up because I do have the Mad Max films on 4K steelbooks. You know, the set that came out where you had all 4 of them in there. So I'm not going to venture into Mad Max yet again. And then we have Fast X, the 10th in the Fast and the Furious franchise. Again, DVD, Blu-ray, standard 4K, and a lovely pink steelbook, all available. I will be getting this. I have the steelbook on pre-order. I don't mind the Fast and Furious films. Little known sort of trivia piece about myself. I've never seen a Fast and Furious film at the cinema. No, never been to see one. I always wait. I'm not a big fan of the earlier Fast and Furious films when they're about street racing and that sort of a thing. Just didn't appeal to me. But when they embraced the ludicrousness of what they do now, then I became more a fan of the film franchise. The loss of Paul Walker had no impact on me whatsoever. In fact, for me, it probably made the films somewhat better, because I'm not a fan of Paul Walker. Don't mean to speak ill of the dead. Unlucky what happened to him, tragic even. But I'm not a fan of his. I don't think he was a particularly good actor. So there was no loss for me in that sense in the film's franchise. Yeah, as harsh as that sounds, it's just the way it is, unfortunately. But there we go. So next up, we have Jennifer Lawrence's movie, No Hard Feelings. This sort of adult romantic comedy where she's a 30-something woman who wants to get a car to save her house so she can carry on working. And she takes up the offer of Matthew Broderick, being the father of this young lad, who, if she dates him, so to speak, she'll get given a car. It's more akin to the comedies of an old, but not in the sense. On face value, it could be seen as those sort of American Pie-ish kind of era of films, or that sort of Girl Next Door. But given today's wokeness, should we say, given the way that certain things are not allowed nowadays, the film doesn't get away with too much or anything. So it's more romantic comedy than gross out comedy, so to speak, if that makes sense. It wants to be one while having to be another. But it was okay. It was an okay film. It was an okay watch. It's a film that I'll pick up. But to be honest, I'd probably pick it up when I see it in CEX for £4 or £5, something like that. There's certainly no need for a release day pickup here. And keeping that with that trend, Resident Alien Season 2. Yes, Alan Tudyk's Season 2 of his sort of science fiction alien fish out of water on Earth character. The first series was very good. It was very fresh and surprising. This second season, I have seen it all. I did review every episode. It lost a lot of viewers because it goes into a certain territory halfway through, shall we say, or early on. The first half of the season, it goes into this sort of woke agenda territory, and it did probably irreversibly or irrevocably harm it, which is unfortunate for the TV show. It has got a third season coming soon. I will watch it. I will review it. I will get Season 2 on Blu-ray, but it won't be until the price comes right down. Now, interesting, when Season 1 came out, it was horribly overpriced. These are the ones that you can wait for, most definitely. And then with another TV series, we have La Brea, or La Brea, B-R-E-A, however that's pronounced. Season 1. I watched one episode of this. That was about as far as I got, and it was very generic. I didn't get any further with it. But if that's your cup of tea, then fair enough. So now, let's jump forward to September the 11th. September the 11th sees again a wealth of releases, some big ones as well. So first up, we have Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow is getting a 4K release. Fantastic. It's a great film. Sleepy Hollow is a great film. That being said, I do have a digibook version for it. Somewhere in amongst all my stuff, and I don't know where it is. But I was just looking for it down there, actually. So the version I've got isn't 4K. It's not a film that I am gonna upgrade to 4K. The steelbook is lovely. The steelbook would look a lot better as a lenticular, I will say that. The steelbook is the same artwork that is on the cover of the Digibook release that I got a hold of. Yeah, the Digibook that came out is that one there. Now that would look like a fantastic lenticular with all these sort of, if that was all moving around it. But this is akin to the steelbook that's coming, so a really nice looking release. But I'm not going to double dip on it, no way whatsoever. If I did get the 4K release, the 4K would go into that box set. But I've got no need to pick it up. It gets to a point where, do you want to double dip on everything just because the picture quality is just that much better? Answer's no. And then we have the big release of the week, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, the sequel to 2018's Into the Spider-Verse. Miles Morales is back in this Sony-produced animated Marvel movie, and it sets up the part 3. This is the Empire Strikes Back of the Back to the Future 2 of the Spider-Man Spider-Verse film series. And what a great film it is too, in my opinion. I do love this film. I would take these films over any live-action Spider-Man movie any day of the week. They are far superior. They truly are. So I will be getting that as a steelbook. Of course I will. It's a fantastic film. It does have a DVD, a Blu-ray, standard 4K release also, obviously. And keeping with the superhero genre, we have Batman Mask of the Phantasm. Batman Mask of the Phantasm is being given a 4K release. Who would have thought it? Fantastic. And there is a steelbook for that coming as well. HMV exclusive, as I understand it. And this is the film that followed on from the Batman the Animated TV series. And what a great film it is too. Getting a 4K release, we are being treated with that one most definitely, and the artwork on the disc itself or on the release, it looks fantastic. And another comic book superhero-esque kind of a movie gets a 4K release as well today, and that is Kick-Ass 2 with a 4K steelbook. Nowhere near as good as Kick-Ass, the first one. Not a film that I want the steelbook for, nor want the need to upgrade to 4K. I will stick with the Blu-ray copy that I have in my collection. But it's a nice looking steelbook, I can't deny that. And then the last one for this week, the big release, Les Miserables, getting a 4K release as well. One definitely that I need to pick up. Fantastic film, I can't. What can I say? I really like it. I've seen the stage show on many an occasion, numbering maybe 4, possibly 5, I can't recall exactly. I've been going and seeing it since probably about the age of 12. So, no, a little bit older than that, sorry, about 15. So, considerable time. But yeah, a good film. So, September the 18th. Monday, September the 18th. What is in store for us here on this day? Again, a fair few releases. Okay, first up we have the Cine edition of Mad Max 3, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Without doubt one of the weakest Mad Max movies in the franchise. Starring Tina Turner alongside Mel Gibson as Max Rokitansky. The ending is great. The last half hour of this film, fantastic. Turns into a proper Mad Max film. Everything before that, sort of Lord of the Flies wannabe. The Pianist is being given a 4K release on this day. Good film. Tough subject matter, but a good film. Doctor Who Collection, Season 20. Yes, this is the Peter Davison era of Doctor Who. One of them nice, big, thick, lovely looking box sets that I completely avoid. I don't pick up none of these, not because I've got an issue with Doctor Who back then. I don't. I grew up on them. I don't think I'd ever rewatch or revisit them. Not enough to warrant buying them. And there's so many of them that, you know, you've got to be a proper Doctor Who fan for these. You really have. For me, Doctor Who starts with 2005. Nay, scrap that. It starts with the 1996 movie, Paul McGann. Next up, and rather surprisingly, we are getting a Steelbook 4K release of Cutthroat Island. Matthew Modine, Dina Davis in that pirate flop. I've not seen the film for a long time. I can hardly remember it. I've probably seen it once. I might try it. Yeah, I may pick it up. I remember not thinking the film was that bad when I saw it. Really having to keep pausing this video to record because I'm having a bit of a sneezing fit right now. So do excuse me. So, and then what arguably is another big release, or the biggest release of this week, The Flash. The Flash gets its DVD, Blu-ray, 4K release. Yes, DC's Ezra Miller star in The Flash that we waited years and years and years for, and ultimately flopped. But was it a bad film? Yes, it had questionable special effects, but I actually didn't mind the movie at all. It was a lot of fun. So definitely one I'll be picking up on day of release. So jump one day now, September the 19th. And Disney, who love to be different, are releasing The Little Mermaid on this day. The live action remake. Which, to be fair for it, I did watch it, and it wasn't that bad. I've never seen the animated Little Mermaid, even though I've got a daughter, believe it or not, never seen it. So for me, it was a first time visiting this story. So the changes had no impact on me whatsoever. So yeah, September 19th. Are you getting that? Then we jump to September 25th, the last Monday of the month. And again, a fair few releases this particular week. Memento gets a big 4K release. I don't know. U571 is given a 4K and Steelbook. I'll get the Steelbook because I love submarine set movies, and I did like this film, even though it's kind of rewrites history and what happens with the Enigma machine, etc. As a sort of fictional World War II story, I enjoyed it. And we have School of Rock, Jack Black, 4K Steelbook. I've not got School of Rock in the collection at all. I didn't mind it, it was alright, but I won't be getting it. Not one I'll be picking up. And an E-First Cine edition now of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Jack Nicholson. Came out the same year as Jaws. And trumped Jaws at the Oscars. Fantastic film. A really good film. I love it. Jack Nicholson was fantastic in it. Powerful film. I probably will be getting that Cine edition, most definitely, for that film. I can't not. It's a classic. Then for you Star Trek fans out there, Star Trek Prodigy, Season 1, complete Season 1, gets a Blu-ray release on this day. Which is great, because in America, it was released in 2 releases. First 10 episodes, second 10 episodes on another release. We're getting the whole lot together. So that's another one for me to grab for the Star Trek collection of discs that I have. And then last but certainly not least, one that I'm very happy about seeing get given a physical media release, because they did for Seasons 1 and Seasons 2. And I was hoping they would for Season 3 and 4 and keep with it. They have with Season 3. And that is Jack Ryan, John Krasinski's Jack Ryan TV series. Just hope Season 4 gets one as well, because it's recently just ended and Season 4 is its final season. that came and went very quick. 4 seasons of that. Such a shame. I don't know if that's just me getting older or what. But there you go. They're the releases, or they're the bigger releases. There's a lot more to come out as well that I haven't touched upon. There's a lot of releases. These are just the ones that sort of stand out to me and speak to me. So again, let me know in the comments down below, what are you looking forward to getting in this month of September? There's a lot. It's ramping up for Christmas, and then come January, February, it dies off again. We get very little come out, which is a nice sort of fresh time of freshness, time to cleanse, shall we say, and maybe build up those bank accounts again. But there we go. So yeah, what are you getting? What aren't you getting? Let me know, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care all, and goodbye.